Welcome to Let's Talk Speak on It. I'm your host, Tamika Cozy, and today we are going to discuss disabilities. According to the CDC, a disability is a condition of the mind or body that makes it difficult for an individual with the condition to perform a certain task. There are a number of disabilities that involve hearing, vision, and movement, just to name a few. And today we have a special guest, and his name is Phillip Prude. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I grew up here in Chicago, West Side. Went to school, Hanson Park, went to high school, Lane Tech, went to college, Illinois University, and then came back. Went to Malcolm X for computers. I went to both. I went for Illinois for computers, then came back and went for computers. Then, when I didn't want to do that no more, or it was too much math,
Okay.
I just studied the fine arts, theater.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about your disability?
Well, my disability is cerebral palsy, and with cerebral palsy, it has something to do with the mind, and the body with the left side controls the right, and the right side controls the left.
And so you mentioned the different schools that you were able to attend. How did that, having cerebral palsy, how did that affect you?
Well, with Hanson Park Elementary, that was more of a mix. It was with special needs and general ed students. By me being myself, trying to be the person that, to want to, fit in and stuff like that. So that's when I was like around, I want to say around 82, 83. I was just amongst, my friends, Lupe and David. They showed me how to embrace my disability. Never be ashamed of who you are.
Can you kind of tell us what kind of resources that you were available to you when you were in high school?
The resources was available to me was a writing tutor, someone to write for me. I'm an auditory learner, so I learn by hearing, and I can't really see that well, having the stigma. So therefore, looking and writing to me is like, so that my aide would write for me. She would write for me, and all I just do is listen, and then have a video tape player, record all my classes. That was from high school to college.
What would you say have been some of the most challenging moments for you?
Challenging moments for me in my lifetime is just to want to learn how to drive and can't. Everybody say, oh, it's a lot of stuff for people with disability that can drive. Yeah, but I cannot because of my eyesight.
Okay.
This just go back to being small. Doing things, now out my wheelchair, I'm coming to my own home. So me and my cousin, we like, wrestling. So we would wrestle and stuff like that. So I do normal things, but when it comes to like what the other kids are doing, riding a bike or, playing basketball, crate ball like we used to do, and playing basketball, it was just, I couldn't do it. So I didn't never want to go outside because of what the kids, my own, neighbors and stuff like that, even though we kids, and they still looking at me like, you're a stranger,
How did that make you feel at that time?
It just made me feel less of a person because here I am, you playing with my cousin and them, but you don't want to, but you stand with me. You know, it's very difficult as far as being in the body cast, surgeries, stuff like that. And you know, it takes a toll on you as a little kid because you want to do things that you see your cousins or your brothers and sisters do. You can't really, you can do it. I mean, you know, I can do it, but it just had to be, at that time, someone with me.
Okay, thank you for sharing some of those challenging moments with us too. So now that you are an adult, are there any of those challenging moments that's kind of helped motivate you to get through?
I mean, well, now as the world is getting more adaptable with grocery shopping. You know, you can go online, go to Amazon, go to Whole Foods, go to Amazon Fresh. Living arrangements is kind of not that challenging, but as I get older, it's about challenging because I can take the bus, you know, so I just call the trains and stuff like that. I'm always on my way home. But now, as I get older, it's like make a ride, make more rides. Because if I was like in my 20s or like, it's Chicago, it was 6 inches of snow, and I'm on the bus stop. The fondest memory I have is 2009 of the blizzard that we had, and I was outside in the blizzard, snow up to my wheels right here, and barely move. So.
Was there anyone there at that time to assist you?
I mean, you got people outside, not at all.
How did you end up getting out of that situation?
Well, I mean, I do walk, so I was behind my chair pushing me.
Okay.
That was on my part too, because I should have been out there. But now, being 35, going on 36, and you have you have more problems than you had when you was in your young years. It tends to put a damper on a lot of things.
Now, I know you have a lot of businesses that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yes. For a standpoint, I am a security officer. I've been on the force now for about a year. I have a network, 3B network. I want to be the first person that has a disability that owns a TV network.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Then also I have my own talk show. Will It Be Presents.
What keeps you motivated to keep going?
God, first of all. And myself. Regardless of the hard times that I've been through, being a person that no one understands, this slick, this Mac, this whatever you want to call me, or whatever I call myself, I know at the end of the day that, it takes time for a person to understand you. I try to boost myself. My confidence with God, my confidence, I can keep going. If it wasn't for my cousin having faith in me when I was 6, he let me play the drums, at his church. Not because he was the pastor and stuff like that, but he seen something in me. And I'll never forget that.
That's amazing. Now, with a lot of other people who may be going through what you have went through in the past or currently going through it and ready to quit, is there anything that you would like to say to them?
Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Just don't give up.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Thank you for taking the time out to do this interview with us today. Can you provide your social media contact information so that if anyone wants to reach out to you or follow you, how can they do so?
You reach out to me at Facebook, Willie Wills. That's WHEEELY, the letter B, WHEELS. That's on Facebook. Twitter is Willie B 29. Just Willie B Wheels or Willie B 29. You'll find it. Twitter, same thing. Willie Wheels. YouTube, Willie B Presents. And that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Next, we're going to have Noonie the Gypsy performing the blues.
He said he want that old thing back. I'm trying to figure out why. He said he want that old thing back. I'm trying to figure out why. He said he want that old thing back. I'm trying to figure out why. Why sneak in late? Why get caught in a lie? If you wasn't prepared to lose, why you take that gamble? Why you blow up our spot and leave us in shambles? He said he's sorry and he wanna make amends. Say he need that old thing back, he ain't my friend. Can't believe we did this shit again. Conversation getting strong and I need that hit again. High off that shit you invite. Sorry for what I said, you know my mind wasn't right. Promise me you'll stay, you see I'm willing to fight. Then you go on with the heat of the night. Them toxic love flights. And now I got the blues. And now I got the blues. I got the blues and the blues got me. Got a hold on my heart, won't let me be. We both toxic, red flag, caution tape. I keep saying I'm done, my friends calling me fake. I don't see a future here, but like Raven, we back at it. Bringing carrots, now we humping like jackrabbits. I'm tired of my bad habits, but they lead to you. Trying to get my shit together, yo, this shit ain't new. Then you call and I slipped on my prior laws. Boundaries being crossed, I can't shake you off. Then come back and say you love me, pressure applied. Then you out in the morning with the sunrise. Toxic love cries. And now I got the blues.
Thank you so much to both of our guests for joining us today. And remember, regardless of what obstacles you go through in life, never give